Hello everyone, Josh Edwards here, and I'm so glad you joined us. This is a very special edition of the United Region. I am here today to celebrate Social Work Awareness Month in the year of 2026, and I honestly couldn't think of any better way than to have a fellow social worker with me. Please welcome advocate, DJ, and Gallery Night board member for the city of Pensacola, Florida, Ms. Hale Morrissette. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, glad to have you. Now, as I said, the reason I wanted you here was because you have a master's. You're a social worker. For those of us who aren't very familiar with that world, because it's unfortunately the field is a little obscure versus as opposed to say entertainment, fire department, police, even linemen may be a little better known as far as career advertisement. Could you describe that a little, please, for our viewers?
Social workers, I think in the past we've been known to only be what they call baby snatchers, right? Work for DCF. When I tell somebody I'm a social worker, they usually automatically say, well, I don't want to work with families. I don't want to take anybody's children.
Oh, like child services.
Yes, and even though we are in that field, social workers can be anybody, which is actually the reason why I went to the field.
You know, I never thought of it like that, but that's true, and I love that. It's unbelievable. It's kind of like how they said Batman could be anybody, and now, and social work, it could be anybody.
Really
That's true.
Case managers, clinical therapists. I was a national organizer, like political organizer for a little while.
Could you describe a little what capacity that entailed, please, like your responsibilities?
Yeah, so as an organizer, I met with citizens in different cities, and I would gather them together to talk about their needs with their government. And so then they would go back and talk to them. So I would organize people to tell their government what it is that they wanted.
Kind of like a personal goal, but in need version type.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Oh.
So that was a lot of fun. I did that all over the nation for a few years.
Oh, I beg your pardon, all over the nation. That's incredible.
One of my favorite places was doing Minneapolis and DC.
The nation's capital, the White House. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then we're advocates. So I was an advocate for many years in crisis response work.
Crisis response work. Wow. And what, like with families?
So it would be with individuals after being survivors of crime. I started off in the sector doing being a crisis counselor and advocate for people after they were sexually assaulted. I would be in the hospital, and then I would walk with them if they wanted to go into the courtroom or anything like that. I would help them.
Okay. Kind of like the moral support till they were ready to get past the situation.
Exactly. Yeah. Then I moved into being a trauma therapist from there for a while.
Amazing.
Just doing all types of stuff. So that's why I became a social worker, because I could literally do anything, and I can't sit still for too long. So
I know the feeling. I hear what you're saying there, and it sounds to me like if I think I know the answer. You may have answered, but I am curious. Why did you want to get involved in social work?
So I knew when when you get to middle high school, they're like, you got to pick a career and start deciding what you want to do. And I'm like, it's so early. But I always knew I wanted to help people. It wasn't until, so I tried like child psychology. When I was in college, I even went to school for a little bit for like sports medicine. Like just anything I could think of. I was like, this will be my passion.
Therapy for athletes, like the hydro, like the freezing therapy I've heard of on the TV.
I tried all of those things at first. I was like, it was like none of them stuck. I went to work at Lakeview Center, which is our area's
I
mental
know of
health.
Lakeview. Yes. That's not far from. I want to say close to North 9th Avenue,
Yep.
or the beach. At least on the way to the beach. I know of it.
It's on the way downtown.
Yes. Well, all of this is beyond inspiring, and I only wish we could hear more about your story, Hale. Unfortunately, we're a little short on time, but before we go, I want to thank all of you for joining us, and I hope that even if not in social work, I hope that Hale's story inspires you the way it at least has moved me, and I certainly hope you think about how anyone can do this, and we want to thank you for joining us. Have a good day. Bye-bye.